give me a brief synopsis of why you decided to come.
All right. So at the moment, I'm doing school, and I've been very stressed in my situation and environment. And about me is I haven't worked out or haven't had time to work out in about a year, so I'm just very stressed at the moment.
Okay, and have you seen any um, differences in the way your health has been within that year?
Sometimes, yes.
What would that be?
I can feel rapid heartbeat sometimes or notice it, as well as I'm not very like motivated to do like certain stuff, and I can feel like that's a part of the workout within the year that I haven't done.
Okay, with that rapid heartbeat, do you feel like you get tired easily? Is that the type of rapid heartbeat?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
Okay, well, with what you just mentioned, we're going to be going through a Part Q, and basically a Part Q is a preliminary screening of how your health is at this current time. You are young; you're 25 years old, so there shouldn't be any issues. But that questionnaire is going to help us and help me give you a guideline, see how we can set up a exercise prescription program for you. Okay, but first of all, I want to explain to you one of the things that we do here is it's called the Bruce Protocol test, and I'm not sure if you ever heard about it. It's also known as a VO2 max test, and also it's also another name would be a stress test. This is a preliminary exercise test to see where you're at in your fitness level. So basically, what the Bruce Protocol test is, we'll put you on a treadmill. We'll hook up a heart monitor onto you. There will be about 2 to 3 people doing the test with you. Yeah, so like I was mentioning, 2 to 3 people will be helping you administer the test. You will have a heart rate monitor attached to you. You'll also be wearing this mask that will. It's not going to feed you oxygen or anything. It's just going to measure how much you're breathing in, and it's that air is going to be going into a computer, and that computer is going to tell us how much oxygen your body is using while you're exercising. Now, there's different stages within the Bruce protocol. It's 1 through 7, and each stage will be increasing the intensity and the incline. While you're on the treadmill, we'll start you off at a 10% grade, and you'll be going about 1.7 miles per hour. And after every stage, we're going to increase that. So from 10% grade, it's going to go to 12, and then the speed's going to go a little bit higher. And you're going to do this as sorry, and at the end of the time, you'll give us also your rate of perceived exertion. It's a scale between 1 to 10, and basically it's going to say how are you feeling after the first stage. So if you feel like you're really tired, you might be at stage 7 to 8. If you feel like, oh, this is nothing, you're probably going to be at a stage between 2 to 3. You still feel fine, okay? And we're going to do this, and it's going to get harder and harder. And basically, you're going to do it as to your maximum level. Okay. If you feel like you're getting really really tired, you can stop at any time. That's the most important thing. You can stop at any time whenever you feel comfortable. Okay. Another thing, before you start off, we want to make sure that when you're doing it, it's still safe. When you're done with the test, you're still going to be on the treadmill. We're going to lower the speed, and we're going to want you to keep walking. That's very important because if you stop, you might have a rush. All the blood is going to your extremities, and then if you stop, that blood's going to be rushing back to your head, and you may pass out. So what we want you to do once the test is over, you say, okay, we're done. I'm done. We're going to lower the speed, and you're going to still keep walking, even though you feel like you're going to be very very tired. We want you to keep walking because we don't want you to pass out. Okay. Um, Other than that, with that, we're going to get a score, and it's going to give us a brief idea of how your fitness level is. And actually, what we're going to do today is actually the step test. It's a 3-minute step test, and what this does, it's going to give us a estimate. It's not going to be the best way of explaining this your fitness level. It's going to give us a really good uh, estimate of how your fitness level is. The reason we don't like to do the VO2 max test is because we sometimes the equipment is very expensive to use. We use it usually for patients who, or we usually use it for patients who are get a prescription from a doctor, stuff like that. So for now, we're just gonna do the 3-minute step test, and I'm gonna explain to you how it is, and then we're gonna actually perform it. It's simple. It's not difficult. So like I said, it's a 3-minute step test, and what we're gonna do is you're gonna step up and down on a 12-inch step, and you're going to follow the steps of a metronome. Do you know what a metronome is? Okay, so a metronome, we're gonna have it set, and then after the minute mark, we're going to take your pulse, and we're gonna count up to let's see, we're going to count your pulse, and then we're gonna do it again for 3 times. All right, are you ready? Do you have any questions for me? All right, Beth. So we're gonna go ahead and get you started on the Queen Step Test. A quick overview of how this test works. You're gonna be following a metronome of 88 beats. Now, 88 is gonna be standard for women, and you're going to step up onto this little ledge here, and basically, you're going to follow the beats of the metronome. So each step is going to follow that beat of the metronome. Okay? All right. But, oh, sorry. After you do the steps, we're going to do it for 3 minutes. After the 3 minutes, we're going to have you sit down. We're going to take your pulse for 15 seconds. And then we're going to go and multiply that by 4. That's going to give us a number, beats per minute. And we're going to plug that into an equation. And that's going to give us a rough estimate of how your VO2 max is. And then we're going to compare it into a chart. And we'll give you an estimated score of that. Okay? But let's go ahead and get you started with a base heart rate. So I'm going to measure your heart rate right now, your radial pulse. You already signed all the consent forms and everything, so you are ready to go and ready for exercise.
Yes.
So you're going to help me out. I'm going to have a timer for 15 seconds. This up here. Okay, 15 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and find your radial pulse, and then I'm going to let you know when to start. All right. Let's go ahead and let's see. Let's find the radial pulse. And make sure also to relax. All right. Go ahead and start it. All right. So let's go ahead and plug that in. So we have 21. All right. Let's go ahead and write this down. All right. You ready to do the test?
Yes.
All right. Let's go ahead and get you started. We're going to have the metronome set for 8 beats. Whenever you're ready, you can start. Okay? All right, you're out. 1 minute. Doing good. Keep going. 30 seconds.
All right, so unfortunately, at the end of that last clip, my phone's memory ran out, so I wasn't able to finish up the assessment with her. But after, I was able to talk to her and let her know about her score. So we took her resting heart rate, which was at 84 beats per minute. After the test, she was at 140 beats per minute. I went ahead and I plugged in those numbers into the equation for her gender, and we came with the score of 39. According to the chart on our lecture, and also according to the ACSM guidelines, she's considered to be at a good VO2 max for her age. So yeah, again, sorry for not being able to record the whole thing, but yeah, this was her final scores. Thank you.